Hey guys, how are we doing today? Today I am showing you guys a new money-making method, and this method is personally something that I'm going to be doing for quite a while now. So what you see me doing on camera, and there are actually several ways to do this, but I'll show you just two ways that I'm doing it as of the moment. One way, what I'm doing first is when you reach level 69 summoning, you can summon a familiar called the Fruit Bat, I believe. Funny name for 69 summoning Fruit Bat. Anyways, and this Fruit Bat has a special ability to drop fruit from the sky. And this is actually an extremely amazing money-making guide. And recently, a lot of you guys know that my favorite way to make money in RS as of the moment is Snapegrass. And I've also made a Snapegrass video, a little guide of it, and how it makes around 700k per hour. And to be honest, I was very, very impressed with the fact of 700k per hour. That seems almost unreal, to the point where if you saw a YouTube video saying, "Oh, new money-making method, 700k per hour," you probably wouldn't believe it. But I tested it myself, going per hour, and that's what I usually do in these videos, and that's why you're watching a high sped-up clip. Because it's actually me just doing this over a course of an hour. But I actually do have 1 hour and 30 minutes worth of footage here. Anyways, now what we're going for is the Fruit Bat, once it does its special ability, drops several fruit of complete variety. You can expect lemons, oranges, limes, not coconuts, papayas, pineapples, and bananas. Those are just, I'm pretty sure those are all of them. If I missed one, I'm barely sorry. Anyways, now this is a really, really good way to make money. What you're really going after here is the papayas. The papayas are worth 2k each. Now the thing is, for absolute maximum profit, you can pick up the coconut, no, not the coconut, I'm sorry. What you can do is you can pick up the pineapples and the oranges. The oranges are around 900 GP each, which I did not notice, and I hate myself for that. I did not notice that they were 900 GP each. And the bananas are also worth 300 GP each, and pineapples are not worth very much. But if you put pineapples inside of a compost bin, which can be found at almost any farming patch, you can put an entire invent full of pineapples inside of those, and they will create on time super compost. And super compost does sell on the GE commonly, and it's worth quite a lot, so it is kind of worth picking up the pineapples and oranges. In this clip right now that you're watching me, I did not pick up the oranges because I had no idea how much they were worth, and you see me only picking up the papayas. Now there are several ways to do this. The first way that you saw in the previous clip was me doing it in the Alcared Bank, and these are all just things that I've made up on my own. There are several things to do. Now the reason why there are several ways to do this is because when using any familiar special ability, there is a small point where you have to wait for it to recharge. Pretty much like a spec for a weapon, just this one recharges a lot faster. And you get around 1 to 2 minutes worth of time just waiting for this spec to restore. And this spec can be boosted with summoning potions or super restore potions, which is also another way to do this. But you do have to put in a little bit more cost. But some people say that using the super restores or summoning potions do actually boost your profit per hour, even if you intake the price that you used for the potions. I do not believe this. It's kind of like going and using a cannon. If you're one of those people who use a cannon, you might enjoy using super restores or summoning potions for this method to make everything go by a lot faster. And if you're one of those people like me who's okay with not using a cannon just to save time and price, I mean not to save time, to save price, then you may just want to wait it out. And the thing is, you can do several things. If you're like me and hate the idea of XP waste, you can do several thousands of things inside of those 2 minutes. So in the first clip, you saw me opening something called Hunter Kits. Hunter Kits are only worth 2 GP each, and what they pretty much do is they give you one of every single hunter item ever needed. Now, this doesn't really help you very much, considering every single hunter item is around 1 GP each, but box traps, on the other hand, are for some reason in extremely high demand, and box traps do sell on the GE for around 500 GP each. So the fact that you're putting in 2 GP and getting around 600 GP back, that is a win. And the fact that that's done at just a click of a mouse, you can imagine the kind of insane money that you can make just in these 2 simple minutes while waiting for your spec to restore. So that was what I was doing in the first clip. And this clip right now that you're watching me on screen was actually the first time I ever started doing fruit bat, and I decided, this is pretty good. And I decided, I'm going to try to see what I can do in the meantime. So what I was doing was I went fishing shark. And what I would do is I would fish 2 shark or so, sometimes I would get around 3, while waiting for my special bar to recover. And once my special bar was completely recovered, I went over to an area that had a lot of space available, because what I noticed, and you can see me doing that in the beginning of the clip, is the fact that if you're in an area that does not, like let's say you're standing next to a wall, you will lose a lot of money. Not lose money, but you won't be gaining as much money as you could, because the bat will not drop fruit in an area where you cannot go somewhere. So if I was to use these bat's special ability on the dock, like I was, pretty much if this was in real life, all the fruit would be dropping into the water and I wouldn't be getting it. So Jagex just chooses not to spawn it whatsoever, and there will be several times where you could actually use this special ability and get nothing in return. And I have to say that this is an insane amount of profit when it comes to input and output. You're inputting, I input around 1 mil worth of supplies, and if all goes well, if all goes pretty much the way it's going, I'm going to output around 11 mil worth of fruit. And it's not only fruit that you can get. During the middle or so of this video, I realized something I had not known. The fruit bat, and this is something that not a lot of people talk about, which I feel like it should be talked about. The fruit bat generates on its own time, and the fruit bat has its own inventory, and it's a big one. I'm gonna say just as big as a pack-yak. You cannot give it items to hold as a beast of burden, but it will generate completely, well, not completely random, but it will generate a various amount of high level, very high priced fruits, such as coconuts, which are worth around 3K each. Very common, a lot of watermelon seeds, which you will get, and also some extra papayas. So it's definitely, that's just some extra profit that you'll get in there, and you'll see me notice that and be a little bit shocked. In the other clip, the first clip that I showed you was actually the last clip that I did, and if you go back to it, you can actually see me just showing off how much profit I just made in this one day, and that was around 1.6 mil, I believe, 1.6 to 1.7 mil, in only an hour and 30 minutes worth of recording. Now, the cool things about this is that this is awesomely fun. It was around 640K per hour while I was doing it with sharks, and it was around 720K while I was doing it while opening hunter kits in the meantime. Now the thing is, this is multitasking what you're doing here, so I recommend alking. Alking here would be perfect, although I have absolutely no use for alking as of the moment. So thank you guys for watching. Have an awesome day. Rate, comment, subscribe. Bye!